Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. I congratulate the birthday of Imam Hassan alayhi salam to all the followers and lovers of the Ahlul Bayt, and inshallah ask Allah to give us the ziyarat of Madhlum Imam Hassan, who doesn't have a shrine right now, and that inshallah soon he will have a shrine over his holy grave, and that we can have his shafa'at, his intercession, inshallah. We were talking about Muslim lifestyles. An interesting thing to know is that in Islam, there's a balance between the material and the spiritual. We might see other religions where they think that there's actually opposition when it comes to the spiritual and when it comes to the spiritual. That when it comes to the material and the spiritual, as when you go more into the material, that naturally you'll be further away from God. Therefore, there are religions, there are monks that they believe that they should separate themselves, segregate themselves from the world. Or you see that in some religions, some of their holy figures, they're taught celibacy, or to be never to become married, or to have marriage. But in Islam, we don't necessarily separate ourselves from an Islamic lifestyle from the world. But what we say is this, is that we should not have the world for what it is. That we use the world for a tool for us to reach God. Because we have obligations to ourselves, we have obligations to our family, to our society, and that the world and the material, if used properly, this is actually the hereafter. It is actually the akhirat. Because you're using the ni'mat and blessings that God has given you in His way and in His path. Therefore, an Islamic lifestyle is one that is balanced. Not that we disdain ourselves from the world, but we aren't attached to the world. That the entire conclusion of all our actions, the entire object, is not the world, is not the material. But do we use the world as how it is a bridge for us to reach our goals. We were talking about Imam Hassan alayhi salam, and one of the key important factors is wilayat, and remembering the Imams and remembering the Ahlul Bayt. I want to share with you a story that has multiple lessons. And this story, this narration, is from the brother of Allama Hilli in the book Al-Adad al-Qawiyya. And in this book, it mentions a story where a person comes towards the Messenger of Allah in a very rude, a very hostile manner, comes and opposes the Messenger and basically tells him that you are somebody that is basically na'udhu billah lying. So during such a time, the Prophet of Islam before it was talking about his love to Imam Hassan and mentioning before this person comes, he was talking about Imam Hassan and how he was looking at him, saying that he is my son, he is the side of me, he is the delight of my eyes. And then he says, you are my fruit, you are my apple, and you are my love, the blood of my heart. And we were sitting there, the companion said, while the Prophet of Islam would not stop looking at Imam Hassan. He kept continuously looking at him. And here he says a very important sentence about Imam Hassan. And that is, he says, ثُمَّ قَالَ إِنَّهُ سَيَكُونُ بَعْدِ هَادِيًا. He mentions to Imam Hassan that you will be the guide after me. Of course, after Imam Ali alayhi salam and Imam Ali. And this is a guide, and he is a gift. هديا مهديا هاديا مهديا هذا هدية من رب العالمين. And this is a gift from the world, the Lord of the world. He is a hadiyah, he is a gift. So we see in this tradition, the Prophet of Islam emphasizes he genuinely, truly loves Imam Hassan and keeps looking at him and says he is a gift, that he is the guide and he is a gift. And he continued to took his hand of Imam Hassan and he walked with him. This is in Shia and Sunni traditions. The love of Imam Hassan, the love of Imam Hussein, it's not exclusive to only the followers of the Ahlul Bayt. Hakim an-Nishaburi, which is a very important jurist and a important muhaddith, more of an important muhaddith and scholar of hadith for the Ahlul Sunnah. He has a book called Al-Mustadrak. And in this book, he mentions this tradition, and we are emphasizing the fact that it is the seerah, it is the way of the Prophet of Islam. He has taught us to love Imam Hassan. He has taught us to love Imam Hussein. Al-Hasan and Hussein ibnai man ahabbahuma ahabbani. Whoever loves these two, they are my sons. He doesn't say they are my grandsons. He says they are my sons. Whoever loves them loves me. Whoever loves me loves God. Therefore, love of Imam Hassan is love of God. And whoever loves God will enter heaven. So the love of Imam Hassan makes us enter heaven. However much you will love Imam Hassan more, you follow him, your place will be higher, inshallah, in the heaven. In heaven. وَمَنْ أَبْغَضَهَا أَبْغَضَنِي وَمَنْ أَبْغَضَنِي أَبْغَضَهُ اللَّهُ. And whoever hates me, hates him, hates me. Whoever hates me, hates him. And whoever hates God, he enters the hellfire. So the hatred and the dislike of Imam Hassan is equal to the hellfire. It's very interesting. Dhahabi, one of the scholars of our Sunni brothers, he mentions that this hadith, he gives notes about Hakim Nishaburi's book, Al-Mustadrak. He says, Hada hadith munkar. He says, this hadith is rejected. And then it's very interesting that one of our scholars, he answers and says, of course Dhahabi and students of Ibn Taymiyyah are going to say this, that this hadith is rejected. Because if you believe in this hadith, that all the enemies of Imam Hassan and those that were hostile towards him will enter the fire, then all his walis and guardians and some of his caliphs from this hadith will enter the hellfire. Those that were at war with Imam Hassan, what will we answer to them when he says love of Imam Hassan is equal to heaven and hatred of him is equal to hell? What will you say to some that attacked Imam Hassan alayhi salam, that were at war with him? What do you say to those that were hostile to him and those that didn't allow him to be buried next to the Prophet or to be circumambulated around the shrine of the Holy Prophet of Islam, and those that threw arrows at his holy body? What would you say about them? So therefore he says it's true, he must reject this hadith because some of these narrations give us a clear divide between haq and batil, right? Righteousness and falsehood. We continue. So then in this same hadith, narrated from the brother of Allama Hilli, mentions that a Bedouin comes with animosity. And this is another lesson for us to learn. He comes with a hatred of the Prophet and asks him for his proof. What is your proof that you're a messenger? With hatred, with anger, with rage. What does the Messenger of Allah do? He sends Imam Hassan alayhi salam in his place. And he says in this tradition, قال إن أحببت أخبرك عضو من أعضائي. If you like, a part of me will inform you. A part of me will inform you. So Imam Hassan alayhi salam begins to argue and to debate with this person. But Imam Hassan alayhi salam was very careful. He sees this person is upset. He begins to recite some poetry that is full of wisdom. The man comes down. Then he uses knowledge of the unseen in this hadith. He actually says, I know your plans, basically. He informs him to the man in this tradition. He tells him that you had a plan to come and to kill the Messenger of Allah, that some of your family members would pay for it. And then a storm came and he told him details about the plan. The man was baffled. The man was shocked. And Imam Hassan alayhi salam, therefore, he, in a very caring and compassionate way, he begins to encourage this person and guide this person. And the same person that came to love, to come and to have hatred and animosity towards the Prophet of Islam becomes Muslim. Imam Hassan teaches him the basics of Islam and he leaves and he goes and comes back and brings a group of the same tribe and they become Muslim too. when we look at these stories of the Imams, and you see how Imam Hassan alayhi salam very calmly engaged in debate, very calmly, he spoke words of wisdom. He knew what to do so that this person can become calm, and then he informed him and used the knowledge of the unseen. We see that the Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam, they can have the ability to guide whoever they want and whoever Allah wills. And if they see someone to be genuine, to be sincere, even if their exterior is full of rage, but they see good within them, they will guide them. So we are looking for that guidance of the Ahlul Bayt. We are looking for that guidance that Imam Hassan came, and that lutf and that compassion, that a person that came to kill the Holy Prophet of Islam, 180 degrees, he turned him away and made him Muslim, turned him around. And we see, secondly, that the calmness and the way to engage in debate, in proper debate, is not with hostility. We might have family members or friends or co-workers that maybe engage us and ask questions or maybe even say offensive things about Islam. We should be very careful in the way and from the seerah that we learn from the Holy Prophet, and to live a true Muslim lifestyle that is one with patience, one with compassion, one with logic, and one full of spirituality, to turn them and to guide them and to pray for them. Inshallah, we will be able to. Imam Hassan alayhi salam took the hand of this Bedouin Arab that wanted to kill the Holy Prophet and guided him. We as followers of the Ahlul Bayt ask Imam Hassan alayhi salam to guide us, that we are lovers of his grandfather, the Prophet of Islam, to guide us, inshallah, into the highest stations. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad.